game ran it, rap game running, street cred hunting. Nerd turned D-boy, not genetic makeup. Baby, I'm a G-boy, hashtag street boy. Wrong one to fuck with. Cross me at your own risk, play to get back. You can trust this. I am far from average. To me, it ain't no such thing. Me against the world, so fuck it, I let my nuts hang. I've been known to bust bang, kill it if the need be. I don't need an army when the smoke clears, he sees me. Rhyming at his finest, unlike those vaginas that claim that they the real deal, knowing I'm the highest. Top of the command chain, I am what the streets made, I am what the hood built. You were just a weak lame, homicidal maniac with suicidal tendencies. You're more like a punk band, I'm more like a pedigree. A nigga you ain't seen yet, so y'all cannot describe me. I'm a freak of nature, don't shit here surprise me. Money over everything except the nigga's manhood. I am not a prostitute, you don't understand hood. Fuck the nigga getting his, unless he about to give me mine. Otherwise he prime beat, shot him when I off the 9 and hit it with it 7 times. Fuck you thought I'm civilized? Welcome to the jungle, fool. It's only right I punish you. Nigga with an attitude, feel like MC Ren felt. Quiet on the set, you funky bitch, you get your friends slipped. I give your game a black eye, blame it on the black guy. I be on some nigga shit, I'm niggerish, so that's why. Guess what my religion is? This is what the business is. Exposure for you garbage ass rappers. You can witness this. Came to bang the game up. Pussies think they came up. Oh, you got a drop head? So now you think you famous? I hear it's dangerous and we don't know your name, cuz we don't even give a fuck. Rappers get it fucked up. Security say you nah, this they side job. They don't want no conflict, they don't want no problem. Nah.
I want this to be as offensive as I can fucking make it for these old ass punks and running these record labels. You know, in the powerful positions to dictate what the black community hears and listens to. You know what I mean? I fucking hate that shit. Like, that shit pisses me off. Like, there's no fucking way that you can tell me that it's not a conspiracy against the black in hip-hop.
Check this out. How y'all doing today? Cool. Hope y'all been checking my shit out. Real nigga news been hitting lately. I'ma tell y'all like this today. Hope y'all was motivated. I just want to tell everybody out there, man, I appreciate you. Y'all helping me make my name a brand. And for some reason, I guess y'all like watching them. Alright, let's get to it.
Sunday morning, I'm off in church, sinning throughout the week, hustling every day, getting it as we speak. Listen to preacher preach, choir singing the song, Amy clapping her hands, mama singing along. I'm impatient, I wanna leave. Can't let my mama see I ain't listening to the word. Not like I don't believe, but I'm tripping. Nobody perfect. To speak it wouldn't be worth it for a person to be so Christ-like, but I swear I've heard him cursing. Let him without no sins cast the first stone. But I am so not him, so let me go on. Get home and hear what finest had on. Who fainted while this all went on? Come on, let's see some laughs, then we can do the same damn thing again next week. I love it when it happens like that. I smile because it's not all bad.
You know they say that no one's perfect, that's why we struggle every day. Just know that every single day is a blessing. I'm just trying to find my way. I keep my head above water. Tell me what's the use of looking sad? Keep your head above water, cause it ain't all bad.
Real nigga news.
Gotta keep these two things in mind. Look, number one, religious people say they God, alcohol, God, right? Keep that in mind. Number two, before religion came into play, every single civilization on our planet worshiped the sun as God. they wrote that the sun is the physical manifestation of God in this realm. Keep that in mind. Number 3, right now if you go look up images of Jesus, in most of the pictures, he's gonna have the sun in the background. Majority of the time, it's right behind his head.
See, I'm not gonna play with y'all niggas.
Hey babies, I'm back with a quick one right now. Mama got some shit I need to do today, but I want to talk to y'all something about this Sunday. A lot of y'all dressing up, putting wigs on and putting on your best Sunday outfits, and you're going into these houses of worship and you're worshiping God today, called the Son of God. You know, there was a time they used to call us the people of the sun. Then they said we were sun worshipers back in the day. We wasn't worshiping no sun. You done took you capped it off and put an O, and now you got us all worshiping your son.
Caesar Borgia, who was the son of the second pope, they took this nigga picture and they created Jesus Christ out of this nigga picture.
You know, back in the day, they told us that the body was the temple. That's your church, and God live in you. But now they want you to worship some God outside yourself, living up in the sky, sitting on the throne with a bunch of naked babies around it. Y'all seen them pictures? They drew a God up there with all them babies with no clothes on, with no mama around. Makes you wonder. Let me ask you something, baby. Let me tell you, as long as you don't think God live in you and live outside you, they gonna harness all your spiritual power, baby. Them churches are harnessing sinners to pull all your energy in. And your pastors and your priests, they all went to them schools of theology, supposed to be. Well, who taught them about God? Did they look like them? Who wrote the curriculum about all these organized religions that they force-fed everybody? Got you bowing down to their symbols and their holidays, a lot of certain star systems and things. It's all spell work, baby. Do I believe the Bible? I believe there's a lot of truth in that book, but also some of us old girls know that book was used for a lot of spell casting, full of astrology and numerology with your 12s and your 3s and your 6s and your 7s. Mama gonna give you some breadcrumbs, but it's up for you babies to go ahead and do the homework. But I'm asking you a question, all of y'all rocking your symbols of executions around your neck. Yeah, because when Jesus was hanging on that cross, they had a bow to the left of him and to the right of him. They was killing people that way. Symbol of execution. So let me ask you something. They would have killed that boy by hanging him. Would you all be wearing nooses around your neck? Makes you wonder.
Now that's really
Martin Luther, okay? Because before they were able to fully get rid of Catholicism, they had to get rid of the icon of Catholicism, which is who? Baby Jesus, aka J-RÂC. Okay? Let me bring this shit up. So this motherfucker right here, okay? Look at this. Here we go. The baby Jesus Christ image was the leading image of Jesus up until this point. Okay? Now, here we go. This is a motherfucking homosexual right here. And a criminal named Caesar Borgia, who was the son of the second pope. They took this nigga picture and they created Jesus Christ out of this nigga picture. Sean ain't down with no imposter.
Imposter, like vanilla ice, the people are sick of me. They put my boom boom down.
As a way to be rebellious and protest Christianity. Okay? I'm gonna give you the name of the nigga who painted this picture right now. Altabel Malone. Altabel Malone in 1520. Okay? So before 1520, you cannot find a picture of adult Jesus, okay? And motherfucking, I'm looking back at my notes. I ain't winning this lecture in a minute. Pope Alexander, okay? Boom, you can see it. Pope Alexander. Now look, before Caesar Borgia, was turned into Jesus, everybody was worshiping this. So when they protested the Catholic Church, they took Eros and Venus, aka baby Jesus and Virgin Mary, and they turned that motherfucker into a grown-ass man, and they turned this bitch into a ghost. Okay? That's why you got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay? As well as that being linked to the battalions. Now we going somewhere. So in 1520 AD, because somebody said BC, no, AD. In 1520, when they said, fuck the Catholic Church, fuck y'all shit, we making our own shit. Boom. After that, that's when Queen Elizabeth told King James to write a book that would be synonymous, okay, with the newly created image of Jesus. This is why it's called the New Testament. Okay? Because Jesus is the newest motherfucking character in the whole book. How is the whole book about Jesus and he the newest motherfucker in the book? Can somebody explain that to me? How is Jesus the most important character in the book and he the newest motherfucker in the book? How? So she had King James write a book that would be synonymous with the new image of Jesus. Okay? Now, they take this image, they take this book, and they conquer niggas all across the world in the name of this book and Freemasonry. Okay? This is where Baphomet comes from.
Where I'm at.
Revolution, got something going on. You think it's bullshit, we know it's full grown.
Music business has invested millions of dollars in the private prison system. Somebody sent me an article, like, I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago. But it's actually a letter that was written by somebody that was a decision maker at a major label. You know, he was invited to a very special meeting about the future of hip hop back in 1991. And the title of the letter is The Secret Meeting That Changed Rap Music and Destroyed a Generation. I have struggled for a long time weighing the pros and cons of making my story public, as I was reluctant to implicate the individuals who were present that day. So I've simply decided to leave out the names and all the details that may risk my personal well-being and that of those who were, like me, dragged into something they weren't ready for. We ain't scared. So I was invited to attend a closed-door meeting with a small group of business insiders to discuss rap music's new direction. Little did I know we would be asked to participate in one of the most unethical and destructive business practices ever seen.
Okay.
The meeting was held at a private residence on the outskirts of Los Angeles. I remember about 25 to 30 people were there,
Right.
most of them familiar faces. Among the attendees was a small group of unfamiliar faces who stayed to themselves and made no attempt to socialize beyond their circle. Based on their behavior and formal appearances, they didn't seem to be from our industry. Our casual chatter was interrupted when we were asked to sign the confidentiality agreement, preventing us from publicly discussing the information presented during the meeting. And consequences were stated that violating the terms would result in job termination immediately. A few people refused to sign and walked out. Nobody stopped them. The subject quickly changed as the speaker went on to tell us that the respective companies we represented had invested in a very profitable industry which could become even more rewarding with our active involvement.
Dang.
He explained that the companies we worked for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments. Sure enough, someone asked what these prisons were and what any of this had to do with music. We were told that these prisons were built by privately owned companies who received funding from the government based on the number of inmates. The more inmates, the more the government would pay these prisons. It was also made clear to us that since these prisons are privately owned, as they become publicly traded, we'd be able to buy shares. My industry colleague who had first opened the meeting took the floor again and answered our questions. He told us that since our employees had become silent investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled.
Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice. He assured us that this would be a great situation for us because rap music was becoming an increasingly profitable market for our companies, and as employees, we'd also be able to buy stocks in these prisons. My days was interrupted when someone shouted, "Is this a fucking joke?" At this point, things became chaotic.
Right.
Two of the men who were part of the unfamiliar group grabbed the man who shouted and attempted to remove him from the house. A few of us, myself included, tried to intervene. One of them pulled out a gun and we all backed off. They separated us from the crowd and all four of us was escorted outside. My industry colleague who opened up the meeting earlier hurried out to meet us and reminded us that we had signed an agreement and would suffer the consequences of speaking out. I remember word for word the last thing he said. "It's out of my hands now. Just remember you signed an agreement." He then closed the door behind him. The men rushed us to our car and actually waited until we drove off the property.
Damn.
Yeah, anything that was harmless, fun rap, you know, anything that had a message in it had to go. It's not enough for them to exploit our culture and make all the money off of it. But they're going to go beyond the artist to get the artist to influence and lure in the consumer, which they knew at the time were mainly minorities.
Yep.
In other words, keep promoting gangster rap so that the youngsters will be influenced by them, which in turn will incite them to want to act like them, and it's a very good chance they'll end up in their prison.
Yes.
They're getting paid twice. They're getting paid from the artists they signing, and then they're getting paid from the people that these artists influence that goes to prison trying to be like these artists.
Yeah.
I want to get into this with you a little bit. Obama.
Oh, yes.
Do you or do you not take the stance he didn't do nothing for black people?
Interestingly enough, not enough black people have researched what he actually has or has not done. The thing is, he didn't do the thing that he should have done, which is what everybody's mad about, which is reparations. No black man would become president of the United States of America and do the very thing that helped America maintain her superiority over the very people that she enslaved. I'm not going to give you the thing that validates the evil that I did to you, put you in a position to do it, and then make myself look bad. It's not happening. I'm not going to give you reparations. Not the damn sure I'm not going to let a black man do it. He would have been assassinated.
Come on, man!
To be very clear, there's a layer as to how this works. One, he was selected before he was elected. Two, he's in the same seat that Nixon was in, same seat that Reagan was in, same seat that JFK was in. You think the seat changes? No! Just because you put a black face on white supremacy doesn't make it black supremacy. No! The seat doesn't change. This is the modern Rome, the modern Babylon, this is the modern Sodom and Gomorrah. He did not have the power to change this system. When a president is selected, when they go into the White House, there are already a preset number of things and items that are to be done underneath that president's regime. Certain things that they put down that they want to be done under this person. Under Obama, kill Muammar Gaddafi. Under Obama, initiating the gay marriage circumstance. For now, does he need to take responsibility for his part? Abso-freaking-lutely. But he also is up against the very same system that enslaved our people. So I want us to make it very clear. We have to put things in context when we're talking. He was not the Superman who became the black man who's going to do everything for black people in Congress. 535 members are going to let him do this. All of these racist white people are going to let him do this. It's not going to happen. Even if he really wanted it to happen, it wasn't going to happen. And this is what I need people to get. He was called for to be assassinated. They put up pictures, photoshopped and edited pictures of Obama as a witch doctor with a bone in his nose, him as a monkey, Michelle as a monkey, his two children as a monkey. They called him and her monkeys congresspersons. I'm talking about sitting at the time congresspersons. They were so racist, so wicked. Brother, I'm talking about to this day, white folks right now all over Twitter are saying Michelle Obama is a man. Wait a minute, let me make this very clear. To you black folks who run with that nonsense, the embarrassing side of this is you're allowing white people to utilize your emotions to benefit a white supremacist argument by saying, oh, she's a man, blah, 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 while at the same time not realizing that's exactly what they used to say to your ancestors, to your people all the time. They would attack black women just like they're doing now, but they're doing it by you helping them. I would never side with white people against my people. We want what we need to have that will not come by us going through the system. but we think we can get it by going into his system. See, the real reality, brother, is we have wanted justice for so long, not realizing you don't go to your slave master to ask for freedom. You separate and establish it for yourself. This is why you have your own schools, your own banks, your own grocery stores, your own transportation systems, your own everything. If you don't get justice from this system, like the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, if we cannot live in peace among you, among this system that is predominantly dominated by white people, then we must separate into our own. All these other people have their own thing, and they are not running around crying all day. Why? Because they have their own. They have their own everything. The problem is we don't want to focus more on unity and separation versus us focusing on some way to, like you said, take our hat off and go hat in hand to beg the white man for something else, when the reality is we have enough millionaires, we have enough athletes, we have enough actors, we have enough people in positions of authority, or at least with enough money to where we can come together and buy up acres of land, build our own schools, and we have our own schools. We need more of them, our own grocery stores, our own everything, to where we quite literally don't even need that system like that. We do have some black people in political positions. We got to put more pressure on them. So at a certain point, it's like we can't keep pointing at this one person or point at the same system that does what it does. I'm not going to get pissed off at a snake for biting me. It's a snake. Obama was in a den, a house of snakes, and you expected him to be able to handle all that by himself, when the reality is, yes, we were disappointed. We were shouting, yes, we can in 2008. I voted for him.
I voted for him twice, and you echoed it. He has done things for black people.
My uncle was one of those who were pardoned by Obama. My uncle had 2 life sentences. Obama released him along with a laundry list of other people. But you want things to be perfect when it's a black man. But when it's a white man, it's okay if things are broken. Oh, we're making excuses, whatever, let's move on. The problem is you want perfection. He was not going to be able to do anything perfect at all. He was barely able to do anything to begin with. Was it a partial psychological game that the enemy was playing? Absolutely. Goldman Sachs helped to sponsor and fund his campaign. He had a lot of people behind him on both sides, because like you said, there was the white and the black vote that got him in, obviously, but there were people playing games and using him to do certain things that were not good, but they used him to do what they wanted. Like you said, Congress and international bankers and things. So we can't just put it all on him. You got to remember the seat that he's in, and it's not justifying, because he does have to take responsibility for the negatives. If he has to take responsibility for that, we have to be able to applaud the good that time. We can't just attack him. Like I told people when they were looking at me when I was in political science class, I wanted to be mayor of Compton. I told the mayor of Compton this. When I won an award by the mayor and city council, I shook his hand and I told the city council, and I told him, I said, I'm going to be the mayor of Compton one day. He looked shocked. I said, no, it's going to happen, because I thought the best way to help our people was to go into politics, become the mayor, become a senator, and become president. That's what I thought. I was so wrong. When I learned in my first class of political science, when they explained that politics is not controlled by those who vote, politics is controlled by those who have the money and the power to control. And at that point, that let me know that I will never be able to go and help my people in the way that I want to by going through that system. Obama, just like many others, believe in that system. They believe in it so much they are willing to fight to maintain it, not realizing it was not developed nor created to maintain or sustain the survival of your people. It was maintained to create and sustain someone else's survival. We have to establish our own, and that system will respect us as they see us doing our own damn thing and protecting our own thing. Tulsa was one of the over 60 all-black towns that we had, bro. And the problem is we don't want to do it again, because psychologically we fear that the white man's going to blow it up again. Not realizing it's 2023. We can protect what we got. So stop being so damn afraid and just do it, rather than pointing at the few black people who we don't agree with, or this person, Obama. I get all that. But if we want to take it serious, if there will be another black president, okay. If there won't, fine. We have to do our own thing. At the end of the day, we can't keep pointing over there, because they're going to do what they're going to do. We need to do what we need to do.
Let me tell you something. I need you to share this video with everybody you love. They just found strands of COVID in the goddamn wastewater out there in the busiest city in the world, New York City. You know what that means? That's bad, because what's going to happen is that's a massive potential spread. You got to get ready for what's about to happen. See, you got to understand who behind all this. Bill Gates, the same one making this fake meat that's being sold in restaurants and goddamn grocery store. The same one that's making GMO mosquitoes in Florida and California. The same one that just said anybody that refused that mRNA injection they finna put out will be excluded from society. This is scary. This man got billions of dollars out of technology. What the hell he doing making health decisions in this country when he a goddamn technology guy? And then Germany just invested billions of dollars in his depopulation program. He trying to reduce the world by 10 to 15%. Think about what I'm saying. This shit finna get scary. Y'all gotta pay attention. Think about what I'm saying. They putting strands of the COVID BA 2.86 in the goddamn wastewater, which means if you drink faucet water, if you use the bathroom, if you take a shower, you might potentially get COVID. Man, this shit's scary. Y'all better send it to somebody because they trying to force y'all to get that goddamn injection. They trying to knock off some people. Y'all better wake up, stay woke out here, man, because guess who going first? Colored people. Don't be no goddamn fool. If they were so interested in you living, we need money to live. Why they ain't passing out money? And I guarantee you, in this nut shutdown, they ain't finna give out no free money like goddamn Trump did. They finna make your ass starve. They want you to buy down to them to eat. Listen to what I'm saying. Pay attention. Stock up your house with about 6 months worth of water. Stock up your house with about 6 to 8 months worth of food. Learn to plant some goddamn fruits and goddamn veggies in your garden. Cause boy, it's finna get real GMO out here, man. It's finna get real scary. They trying to knock off some people. And I'm delivering the message to you. They might take this video down cause everything finna hit full swing within the next couple months. And you gonna say,
All that bullshit you thinking poppin' just ain't poppin', no.